Hi guys to everyone, I'm Ada from Poison Rock, and today with my pleasure we have Sarlic Bliss. Okay, since there is all the band, I would like to start first just with the introduction, which one of you and as well the role you have in the band, of course.
Okay, yes. Okay, good evening everybody.
Hi.
We're Sarlic Bliss. Today we have 3 members of the band. In total we are 5 men.
Okay.
Doing the Doom thing, and I'm Jochen Thurn, and I'm the vocal, the singer of the band.
Yeah, the vocal as well. Vocalist.
I'm on the vocals, and on the right side there's.
My name is Daniel Fischer.
Okay.
I play bass and keys.
Yes, and here.
And me, Daniel, the second Daniel. I'm for the second guitar.
Okay. So just let's introduce as well the other
Yes, our drummer is Maximilian, and our lead guitarist is Flavius.
Okay, so since now we introduce all the band, I can ask now, how are you?
How are you?
How are you doing? Let's.
We just released an album.
Yes.
Fine.
I mean, it's amazing. And of course, before we speak about the album, just me and myself. I'm interested to know the story of Sarlic Bliss. I mean, how everything started, how the band started, why the name of Sarlic Bliss, for example. Okay, so let's start with how everything started.
Okay, good. Everything started 2 years ago.
Okay.
2021. Daniel and I met on a party, and we drink a lot of beer. And we
One or two?
Maybe 3.
You can say there's nothing bad to drink. I mean, come on, when you're drunk, you can have the best ideas. Don't forget it.
Yeah, that's right. For example, Sarlic Bliss. So we talked about music, and Daniel also plays in the band Midnight Soul, you know, and I did my job in the band, and so we talked about our music and what we've done in the past. Yes, and so that was the first meeting. We didn't get much further. We just want to talk about music. There was Sarlic Bliss in mind at this time. And then 3 months later or 4 months later, we met again in a private party.
Always with a beer.
With a beer, exactly.
Two.
And and there we met, and we talked about what will it be like to do music together.
Okay.
And we thought it's a great idea.
And and then we also know Daniel has to join the band because these 2 guys had a band at this time. And they made music together.
Okay, so there was already kind of these. I don't want to say mute feelings because it seems like a romance, but this kind of.
Yeah, no, we know each other for a long time.
Prior, of course.
20 years ago. 20 years ago, and then we lost
Contact. Yeah.
Now we
found. So we can say feelings. Yeah, I can say feeling. Sure.
Okay, so we decided to form the band Sarlic Bliss.
Okay.
First, the name Sarlic Bliss was not actually
the original name.
The name came later. We made a band, started to find out what kind of music we would like to do.
And what it was at the beginning? I mean, which kind of? At the beginning, you started. Which was the main idea when you were playing at the beginning? I mean, the first song that came out. Which was?
The first song.
The first song was Darkest Desire.
Okay.
We just thought about making something doomy and something maybe with a little bit black inside, and then it was Darkest Desire, and we thought, wow.
Yeah.
So there was the like desire, but not yet the name.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We didn't know what name
Okay.
the song will get.
Yeah.
We didn't know. We have some working titles for our songs.
For all the songs.
Before we come to the real lyrics and before we come to the real headline for the song, we have the working names. Darkest Desire, I don't know what was Darkest Desire.
I don't know too.
But then we talked to a friend of mine, Frederick Georg, and we decided to make him do our lyrics, and so he decided that this song has to be called Darkest Desire, and then he wrote the lyrics. Yes. So and then we got the first song.
And that's the first song. Because of course you had like in the first album, there are 6 songs. And how that this choice of not releasing, for example, not 10, 11, 12, like 9, just 6 songs? So,
Okay. Well, if we made 10 songs,
it would be too long.
It would be a two CD version.
yeah, I mean, it's something that is going on there. I it's not like really. I heard the different bands right now saying kind of similar, or releasing, like one single and not the entire album, like just one single or just small, like few songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Also, warum wird das gemacht? We decided to make an album, and so we started with the working process, and we with the songwriting process we started with 3 songs. At first we had a trilogy.
Okay.
The story about the trilogy was soon clear very soon. It has to be some kind of a person who
I read about that, and I wanted to explain because it's interesting. Yeah.
stalks a woman, the person. That's the first part of Darkest Desire.
Yeah.
And there was the song of Flotian's Weapon. It's I think the 3rd song on the album now. Something like that. And there this man floats through his mind, and then in the truth within, the 3rd song of this trilogy, the man starts to recognize what his problems are and how he has to solve it.
Okay.
And so this trilogy was about to make an EP realistic, but we didn't want to release an EP. We wanted to be a whole album, and so we decided to write 3 more songs, and that's
So this 3, let's say 3+ song you wrote, and they have something to do, and did they connected somehow with the trilogy songs?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
The songs in itself, the songs Nvidia, Departed Grace, and Lust are 3 songs. Yeah, you're right, Daniel. They have nothing to do with this trilogy. You're right. But
Like, explain better why.
why? Good question.
The trilogy was over, and we wanted more songs.
Yes, and so we tried to.
You add songs, and I mean, this, like you were saying before, like they are kind of connected. So the main topic is always like looking in the darkness of relationship. I mean, where they are facing these songs as topic as well, like the lyrics about it.
Yes, the lyrics are always a little bit dark and mystic, but there is no fit in for the texts that they are made like a trilogy or something like that. And each song stands for itself.
So let's say that at the end that someone, for example, they don't have an idea that, for example, there is a trilogy. If they listen the album,
Yes.
Not knowing that, they just like don't have any idea there is a trilogy inside the album.
No, there's no
There's
clue
no hint
that
for this.
there's no yes there's no hint. If you listen to the songs carefully and you check the lyrics, then
Yeah.
you realize that some songs belong to each other. But you can hear any song of this album without problems to
Like
understand.
without any order, like from the second, third, without
Yes.
any. And I mean, like, of course, like you say, you mentioned like a kind of a doom, a kind of like as well darkest influences. But if you will, we want to really to describe, okay, your genre and Sarlic Bliss genre, not just how we would like describe it. I mean, we can say, we can use one word. It can be even like it's a leaf. I don't know. So whatever. It's like a leaf.
I think it's a small list. It's epic doom post black.
Okay, that's fine.
But everything open-minded.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. What does it mean post-black? Haven't you hold? What does it mean post-black? Something after black metal, after Norwegian black metal.
It's black metal without Satan.
Yes.
That's cool. So, because sometimes when there is, new generation, new kids watching interviews, they completely misunderstand. And especially one thing is more important is that sometimes, let's say other webzine, they took the interview, for example, this interview, and they transcript what they were saying, and they completely mislead it. And it happens. It happens to me a lot of times. And the musician looks like an idiot. So we want to be clear about everything, so there's not going to be any issues with anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, how is that? Nothing to do with.
Yeah, all happy. It's a happy black metal. It's a happy black.
Happy black with dark feelings.
Yeah, I mean, this is because of course there is this darkness in your music. Of course, I think it comes as well from the musical influences. So we go from I don't know which is my right of your life. Choose your own order. Just explain it like your personal influences for each one of you, as well. Saying like, for example, bass player, guitar player. If you had any, let's say, bass player that influenced you or vocal, like that. Okay, choose the order. I mean, for me, it can be the same.
Okay. My part in this band, my musical background is for sure what kind of metal I like.
Okay.
Is the kind of metal that don't belong to our band, really. I'm a power metal guy. It's Manowar, it's Sonata Arctica, it's bands
I feel like they are appreciating a lot.
bands like Blind Guardian, a singer, for example.
But he could really sing good.
but I listen to the false kind of metal. Hansi Kirsch, for example, is a very influence for me in kind of singing.
That's important.
Yes, it's important for me. Yeah. So, do you like to?
I tried.
Yeah.
I really like My Dying Bride and Clouds, and I think they influenced me also. Yes.
So
Okay.
Yeah, and I was playing for long years in a death metal band, and I'm the
outside.
metal guy.
That's
But I like also doom metal, and you can do great between this.
yeah, because of course, even as well having some influences as well from death metal. I think it's as well important because death metal has a component which is that is really as well low. Sometimes in which types of death metal you're listening, but some part of death metal is really slow and deep, so it can connect good with like say with doom. But like in general, as a let's say doom in general, there are some kind of, you think that they don't, I mean, it doesn't have to be only musical influences, it can be any type of influences that really had a big impact on Sarlic Bliss. like musical, literature, I don't know, experience, type of beer, anything?
For sure, we decided to do music like clouds. That was the first idea that we had as we started the band. We all three wanted to do something like that, but it was really clear from the beginning that it won't sound literally like clouds, but the way they do the music and the feeling that has to be. Yeah.
The feeling has to be we are amazing in English, all four of us. The feelings there has to be felt, kind of. I mean, it's easy to understand. Come on, we're not complicated.
Yeah, and so we tried the way of clouds at first, and then we realized that in the first time I was at the rehearsal, and I started singing. I started Darkest Desire. It was clear, clean vocals, and then we tried to put some growls and to put some screams in it, and it sounded great in this moment. And so we decided that the music has to be a little more than just one genre. It has to be open wide. And so we tried to do music that has these elements that we want to share, the doomy elements and the dark and the
emotional.
Because that's as well as something really right now. There is I don't know why we're going all through this area as well, that we are listening a lot to the dark doom, dark folk, dark ambient. There is a kind of a dark going everywhere. I don't know, maybe because of the time, or maybe because it's autumn, I don't know, it's fall. Maybe we like it for that. But I think it has as well a kind of melancholic. That it's beautiful at the same way. But so basically the first album is out. Okay, so but I want, since we spoke about a common friend, I want to ask that because I'm curious how Gogo Melone, I mean, how did you met Gogo Melone? And because she did a collaboration with you as well in the album.
Yes, but she departed grace with us, and it sounds great, and we're really happy about this.
Greetings.
Super.
It was not planned that we meet Gogo. We haven't met her yet. Okay. We just let her do the cover art of
Facebook.
I wanted to. That's what I wanted to add.
Facebook is the reason why we met Gogo, and we saw the great cover art she does, and we loved it, and we'd like to have one cover art from her, and
doing the text for the cover art, and we write together.
Yes.
I asked her if she could imagine to do a song with us.
Yeah.
And she gets all 6 songs, and her first reaction was the songs are great, but she did not see where she can sing.
Yeah.
But I convinced her that it would be great to sing on Departed Grace.
Yes. And then she did an excellent job on Departed Grace.
Totally.
Yeah, she's amazing, and as well, like the cover art, she has this amazing talent with art itself. So of course I want to ask, because of course she did the artwork, but I guess that you worked together on the artwork. So which is the meaning of the artwork of the album as well? The meaning as well that you see on that, so we can explain to the people out there.
You see this person in front, and we already said about the stalker. Of this trilogy, and there you can see, you can feel how his dark feelings are, and she made it perfect.
And it's also about the title. Break in Half means imprisoned mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think you can see this also on the cover.
Yes.
She kind of put it like, let's say, what's in the album, like as well in the lyrics, in the cover art.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was important for us that the text, the lyrics are ported on the cover. Yes.
Yeah.
Then Gogo made it perfect.
I mean, did you ever imagine that all of you knowing since 20 years ended up to do an album together and playing together in the end? Did you imagine 20 years ago?
Would be great. Also, Entschuldigung, jetzt habe ich es falsch verstanden.
Ich glaube, sie dachte, das ist. Would be great if we do some other songs together and meet here and.
Yes. Would be great.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Tonight there was a gig in the near of us in Merlenbach from a Union Sorrow, and we wanted to go there and meet Gogo, but
I think it was cancelled. Yeah, I read that.
So we have more time for you.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, but if I get right, I remember right, I think they will do some other touring as well, because of course she was in Switzerland previously, now she's in Finland, so it's not so it's closer like Switzerland.
Okay.
But who knows? I mean, her band is amazing. I mean, really, and especially a exquisite person, really comprehensive, especially. And in general, like, of course, since now the album is releasing, so which are your main plan now? So, okay, you put out the album, of course, I think you have interviews to do, advertising the album, but you are planning some live as well? Live show?
The plan is going on stage, yes. We want to play live. That's a little bit another problem we have to face. It's not that we can't play, we can play together very, very well. It's a time thing at the moment. But for next year, we really plan to go live, and we have some.
Hope to find some gigs.
Yes, hope to find some gigs, and maybe on festivals or something like that.
You have thousands of festivals there, so come on.
Yeah.
You have Summer Breeze and Dinkelspiel. Come on.
That's right.
You can write to Summer Breeze.
One for us.
Partisan as well.
A partisan. Yes.
Partisan, yeah.
But
For example,
We have to convince them.
we'd like to go to Wacken.
oh, that would be good. But no, I mean, I love Summer Breeze, and I've been there a couple of
The
times.
Summer Breeze is great, yes.
I've been there in Dinkelspiel a couple of times, so it's kind of a home to me. So it's not hard to play there anyway, because I saw playing really band that were like not even without album, completely.
You have to know somebody who knows somebody.
Yes.
That's
Always how it does work. You have to know people to know people. That's why I keep a safe all the time, all the bands and everyone that I met. Even when I go to France, for example, at Summer Breeze, you see Nuclear Blast, for example, go there, give your album, give your CD, your album. No. People are afraid sometimes to expose themselves. But like you said, if you don't make connection, doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right. And so we also knew that we won't do an album without the opportunity to get a label contract, and for sure that's very important. The label does everything at the first time. You bring the album, and then you have these opportunities to do interviews or something like that. And therefore we are very thankful that we have our label in
behind your back. Yeah, and it's especially as well important to say, because sometimes people they forgot how label can be helpful, because there are some kind of people saying label they convince they oblige to do something to us, they impose you have to do these songs, change that. But sometimes, I mean, most of the times it's not like that. It's just people complaining about because they don't like something and they wanna just talking bad. So that's good as well, because I want to put a market point on that, because sometimes, most of the times, labels are a big help to anyone, to everyone. To me, as a press, for you as a band, to people like PR, booking agency. The label is like what's move everything.
Yes.
Even if without you, without the band, there will be nothing. So,
No, and but we're very happy, as
Yeah.
you said. The label doesn't want to change our music or
that's
something.
important. Yeah.
It's very important. I think maybe if you have a major deal, there are some issues like you said,
Yeah.
but I think in the small labels in the metal,
Sure.
I think they don't want to.
But I think,
change the people and change the band or change the music.
But anyway, you can discuss as well with the label. I think there is always you can find a compromise. That's you find the compromise in everything in life. And I mean, so let's say in general, like if we want to really, let's say that I'm gonna I'm see this interview for the first time, and I want to listen. I'm just Google just on go on Spotify on every platform and listen just one song of Sarlic Bliss. Which one do you suggest to the listener? The song they can catch. I don't want to say they can catch better than sound because I think they can be different and have a different meanings as well. But let's say like that because sometimes people, they want to go straight for the first listen something and not.
So I think it would be Departed Grace.
Yes. We all know it.
I think we are the same.
Idea.
opinion. For me, it's very very hard. I also like Nvidia very very much.
Yeah.
But the whole thing that is very very. If you listen to Departed Grace, you listen to Sarlic Bliss. Also, Go-Go is a part of it, and is no part of Sarlic Bliss. That's
Of course.
But the music and the emotions and the feelings, that's Sarlic Bliss.
Yeah.
In the other way, Darkest Desire also is one song you can take where everything of the band is in one song.
That's beautiful, and it was a beautiful answer. Thank you, because it's important. Because sometimes you don't have, there are these fans that there's not their fault. Maybe they want to listen at the beginning just how the band sounds, so they go straight forward to one song, or sometimes happens that the fans, the people, just they only look for the band who has video clips, for example.
Yes.
Not everyone is able to do video clips at the beginning.
We have also we know someone who knows someone. Daniel has got an video creator on his side, and we have the great pleasure to do 2 videos with Justin. It's a great video.
Yeah, and I love, and so as well your social media. I like as well how you're sharing your band's life on the social media on Instagram. It's important. Something that I always say to people: you have to put yourself, your life behind the scene on the social media, especially if you are promoting yourself, showing who you are. Even for example, I'm having the air conditioner. I can shut down. Like, you have to put yourself even in this funny.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's really something that I really noticed about Sarlic Bliss, and I liked it.
Thank you.
Keep on doing that.
It's
So
a great shot goes out to Daniel.
you are the one that does all the
social media manager.
Just because
congratulations.
We want to do it. We only don't know how to do it.
Okay.
I mean, it's good that please don't hire someone from outside. Just do it yourself. It's better. It's easy sometimes, but it's better because it's your work. And sometimes people bands hire so many people. And I say to them, what? You don't need that. I can understand it can be overwhelming. But when you have a label behind, that's good enough. They do all the work. The same measure of the work. But sometimes when band thinks about themselves, they hire a PR, they hire a booking agents, and it's all, I'm sorry to say, but it's wasted kind of money. So for the social media manager, just be you. Then don't hire no one. It's perfect job.
We wouldn't change.
We love our social media manager.
Yes, we do.
You have to get to offer a beer to them for the compliment they give you.
Or two.
It's his beer.
I don't have nothing, but I have a fucking glass. Cheers.
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 So, of course, like we were saying, so the people in general, where they can find and in which type of platform or as well digital copy the album.
The album is sold in every store, you know. It's just
Okay.
on Amazon. It's in Germany. It's in MediaMarkt, in the big stores.
And
It's
on all
streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, Bandcamp. And now we're in Bandcamp, where you can buy the album in a digital way or as a hard copy.
So nearly everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah,
If you want to get a copy of our CD, you get it. Just have to Google Sarlic Bliss CD, and then you have unlimited opportunities to get the album. Yes.
so the best.
There is no excuse to not get an album of us.
That's that's as well important because as well the physical copy are important.
Yes.
Because that's something they all say all the time is gonna stick with you with the time. As well the digital copy, but it's not the same. I don't know because maybe I'm older, I don't know, but having physical copy, it's always the best because you can listen. Come on, even in the car, sometimes you don't have the EP, whatever. For still the car, they read the CDs. So that's why having a CD, you can listen while you're driving. So you have no excuse to not buy a digital copy of an album. But as well, it's important for supporting the music because if you're here and you will be tomorrow or in 3 years, let's say by now, being outside doing another album, it's because fans and people support your music.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the reason. Yes.
Yes. So buy the copy. And of course, go to the concerts as well. That's important as well. And before ending, I want to really to thank you. It was really nice and I had fun talking with you and meeting each one of you. What can I say?
Thank you very much.
I don't know, say that I don't, especially, I go often in German, let's say. So, if I'm around that place, I'm gonna eat a hole, I'm gonna have a beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, perfect. So, thank you so much, guys. Have a nice evening and congratulations for the album.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hey!